Brisbane City Council is hiking rates. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein or cup of coffee and let's have a look at this article discussing Brisbane City Council increasing rates on short stay rental properties, the Airbnbs, the holiday places, to try and, address the rental crisis. A neighbour across the street, he moved into his own place again, so they put it for rent, and I think it was for rent for about 3 days. I don't know why they even bothered putting the sign up, to be honest. So it's a pretty hot market. Let's have a look. Let's see what the asking prices are for Brisbane rentals. Okay, we'll just wait for that to reload from SQM. Come on. Hang on. Let me do it manually. Such a well-organized. There we go. The instant I find it. So if we have a look now, we can see all houses $610. A 3-bedroom is $547. But we can see how that's guys. That's gone right up there. Just all houses in July 2020. Just a couple of years ago, you were $469, and now, it's obviously skyrocketed. There you go, $600. What about a 3-bed? $541. We'll go back to 2020, $439. It's up everywhere. So I'm not surprised at all that the council is trying to step in, but is it going to make any difference? So Brisbane Council to hike rates on short-stay rental properties. Brisbane City Council will deliver an ultimatum to property owners renting homes or apartments on short-stay accommodation platforms. Deliver them back to the rental market or face a 50% jump in their rates. If they're making enough money, do you think that's just going to be another expense they're going to ride? Lord Mayor Adrian Schreiner revealed the move amid rising costs of living pressures and a shortage of available rental properties before he handed down the council's $4 billion budget on Wednesday morning. He said if owners chose to list entire properties, not individual rooms, on the platform, that is their choice. But they would face a significant increase in their rates bill under Australia's largest local government. Right now, the priority is renters, he said. The council would rely on data searches available to the government and the large number of complaints, 275 in the past 3 years, it is receiving about such properties. Now, I can understand if you're living in maybe a nice residential area and all of a sudden you're next to a short stay accommodation, turn into a holiday unit, and different people coming and partying all the time. I can see how that may be something you didn't sign up for, an area, a change in the area without a change in zoning. But then again, people should be able to do what they want with their houses, shouldn't they? It's their asset. We'll be encouraging members of the public to let us know if a property is used for short-term rental purposes, he said. I know some owners will not like this approach. One thing that's really interesting is how you have buildings that are designed multi-unit buildings designed for a certain occupation where people are long-term living in them, owner-occupiers essentially, or long-term rentals. Then they start renting them out on these platforms. And there's actually differences in the building code for these regulations and safe operations of these two different types of buildings. So one's essentially a hotel and other's an apartment building. They've got different requirements. This is one way to get around that, isn't it? He said the move would mean the properties listed on short-stay platforms for more than 60 days each year would essentially pay commercial rates, a figure about $600 a year higher for those on the city's minimum rating category. After the Gold Coast announced a 4.3% rise in its average residential rates on Tuesday, Schreiner said the average Brisbane property owner would expect a lower increase of less than $160 a year. Yeah, but it's going up. And that's why all our property valuations went up. Yay, properties got up. Awesome. And we have to pay more in rates. So you got Make sure you get what you can out of the council. It's the one, I think, the closest level of government to all of us, and the one that can have the biggest impact. But I saw some graffiti up the road, and I reported it to council, and they said 5 days, they'd get rid of it. Well, it's been longer than 5 days. I haven't even looked at it. So, he would not be drawn on what the average rate increase would be, leaving this for his budget announcement and speech scheduled for later on Wednesday. New inner-city federal Greens MP, who picked up 3 seats from Labor LMP at the recent federal election, have suggested discontent among renters was a key factor behind the parties losing their hold on Queensland capital. Then why are they voting for Greens? It's not going to make your cost of living cheaper. It's not going to make your rentals cheaper. I guess people just need to learn, don't they? In 2020, Greens candidates polled more than 20% and even 30% of the primary vote across 7 of the 26 wards, making up the country's largest local government, largely behind LNP administration councillors. The councillors' Labor opposition has recently called for millions in Olympic-related money to be reallocated to provide more housing options in the fast-growing city. Well, there you go, guys. Let's have a talk about this one. So what do you think? Do you think this is a good move by the council here to, put a greater burden or cost on these properties which are acting like a business, like a commercial business? So they'll have a larger number of people going through, and one could argue that can have a larger impact on the infrastructure surrounding the building. They're reaping a commercial benefit from the council's infrastructure that's been placed around their area. So could you justify that as a cost? Do you think it will push more people to list their properties for long-term rental? I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'll be enough. I think it may drive up Airbnb costs. There's still going to be a demand for it. There's some people that still prefer that to staying in a hotel, even when it's more expensive. It's a different experience. We'll have to see, guys. But there you go. Our rates, costs of living, everything just continues to go up. Yay for property price increases. Isn't it awesome? Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one and the other topics in the comments down below. If you're a fan and want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon, use any of our referral links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband, or contact us if you need any architectural support. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Well, there you go. Rates are going up. Rates are going up. I'm not surprised. It was coming.